Hi everyone. I'm just getting caught up on some of my deck reviews and things that I've been procrastinating and not doing. So I wanted to talk to you about this really awesome awesome deck that I got. It was the Fairy Tale Tarot. Yay! And it's new. New. There's a new Fairy Tale Tarot available? You ask? Well, no, but there was a few leftover Fairy Tale Tarots available, and a email came through beginning of the summer from Baba Studios of them saying that they had replaced the one missing card that of a few decks that they had left over. Can't remember how many it was, but she went into it. And consequently, they had these decks for sale. And, well, whenever stuff like that happens, I picked up their mini Victorian Romantic that way. So whenever you get one, you got to get on their email list. And when you get on their email list and they send you things like that, you just you just buy. You just don't think. So, and that's what I did because, of course, literally by the end of the day, they were all sold out. So I'm very, very glad I did. So, because this has always been one that I have been on it. So, of course, yeah, it has the little white book. It's in, it's in one of these boxes, which are, they're flimsy. But this deck itself, I think, is an older deck. I don't even know if it has a date on it. And I think it was probably created back when these were kind of the norm. So it is what it is. Doesn't matter. So, of course, the beautiful backs. Baba Studios is just stunning. They do everything amazingly well. I'm like them and there's a few of them that you just sort of go, you just love all their decks. So, sign card. Yes. And this is, I don't know, this is just an image card, I guess. So, of course, these ones it has that kind of whimsical fairy tale feel, and you sort of feel like you're in a storybook because it has the border and kind of the archway on all the cards, and yeah, it's got, this, it just reminds me of like a Grimm's fairy tale book. Really, honestly. Now, I don't have a companion book to this, so I'm not entirely sure where they took their images from. I suspect probably from a fairy tale book. That would make sense. And it's got, just the little scroll down at the bottom. It's just beautiful. I've ever since I saw this online, and of course it was sold out. When you look on eBay or any of these places, right, for or Amazon to pick up the deck, people are trying to sell you, their used deck for like obscene quantities of money. And like, I'm a collector, okay, yes, because I love tarot and I love the images and I just love it. But I'm not, I can't afford that kind of stuff. So, and I just wouldn't pay. I wouldn't pay, those insane prices for something. So, but when I sort of get an opportunity like this to kind of pick one up, I jump at the chance. That's how I've gotten a few decks that way. I know it's crazy. I've gotten a few decks in kind of like, yeah, I've lucked out. Honestly, I've lucked out. So I have some decks that, ideally for someone who kind of has gotten into tarot sort of later in the game or into collecting anyways, I really shouldn't have. But anyway, so yeah, so this, this is, I'm so happy and so pleased that I managed to pick up this deck and to get this deck. And, I'm looking forward to reading with this deck. It's, very fun and whimsical. And in fact, I know they sort of mentioned with the new card that they had to make that they're, it's probably slightly different, but truly I can't notice any difference. There you go. That's me. And I certainly you wouldn't notice it in the reading. But yeah, the whole, they do everything so well at Bubba Studios, and the Emperor has no clothes. They do everything so well there that, you cannot go wrong. Okay, so there, yeah. So here's the new card. It's the Nine of Wands card. So let me just show it to you. You can see a slight difference. So this is lighter, slightly lighter, whereas you can see with this one, it's got more of a beigey, goldy, yellowy tone, and this one is the lighter tone. And you can feel a little bit the difference in the cardstock. This one just feels bendier, so this is a slightly stiffer cardstock. And the backs, I don't really see anything different in the backs at all. Yeah, this one looks like it's a bit of an offcut, but that's okay. I don't mind that. These were essentially, okay, so the story about these decks is these were essentially set, obviously I think seconds that they had and sort of lying around in stock that were missing, all of them for some obscure reason. I guess it must have been a misprint or something. All of them were missing the Nine of Wands. And they then went and found a printer to print up the Nine of Wands as closely as possible that they could make it to this deck so that they would then have a complete set of decks, and then they sold the remaining ones off to people. So, and I was lucky enough to purchase and get one. So they're brand new. They just were missing the one card. And now there are no more. I don't know if they may eventually reprint this deck. I don't know. They tend to do that, come out later with something, which is how I managed to get I also bought two of the Victorian Romantic decks. I've got a few of their decks. I just love everything they do. So nice. Again, the artwork. Looking forward to reading with this. I don't know that this will become a regular reading deck for me. To me, this is more of one of my collector decks, and I just, also because of the artwork and so forth. So I'm not sure that it will be in like my regular rotation of decks that I read with. But their Victorian Romantic Tarot is, and thank God I bought two. I bought two of their decks of that one. So one I have sort of that I keep, and one I read with constantly. It's a regular one for me, and I enjoy it. Like, just love reading with that deck all the time. Anyways, I'm not going to go through to the end. You get the idea. So I just wanted to kind of like touch base and let everyone know that this was kind of, this kind of like fortunate, lucky opportunity that I managed to kind of gain just by being on their mailing list. And so I recommend to you, if you guys want to kind of, I've managed to get two of their out of print decks this way. So I got this one, and I got one of their mini Victorian Romantic Tarot decks as well. So it works while being on the mailing list. So to kind of pick these things up. So anyways, that's the Fairy Tale Tarot. A really great, awesome deck. Part of my collection that I'm so happy and proud to have. So, okay. Thank you. Have a good night.